Brilliance Audio.
The Guilty One by Karolina. Translated by Lisa Reinhardt. Performed by Moira Quirk. 1. One of us will die today, says Jasmine, wrapping her subtly pink-glossed lips around the straw and sipping on her gin fizz. Nicolas looks at her across the table. Have you been listening to that fortune-teller again? Jasmine leans back into the cherry-red faux-leather upholstery. Yes, maybe. But she was right about lots of other things. That I ought to study something with economics, for example, and that I struggle with relationships. Nicolas sighs, his eyes travelling from the bushy Christmas tree near the entrance, adorned with red baubles and topped with a large star, to the side wall by the counter, trying to decipher some of the beer labels stuck there for decoration. The siblings are in a corner pub in the part of Stockholm known as Tranebir. To mark the festive season, a Christmas buffet has been set up along one of the shorter wood-panelled walls. The bar is busy with customers who, for various reasons, choose to spend Christmas Eve here rather than somewhere else. Nicolas loves his twin sister dearly, but sometimes she becomes obsessed by the weirdest things, like the story with the fortune-teller who's claimed that one of them will die before their 30th birthday. Normally, Jasmine isn't the wacky or esoteric type, as some may call it, but ever since she saw this clairvoyant woman almost a year ago, she's constantly gone on about it. Those people always say things that can be interpreted in different ways, he offers, raising his Guinness to his lips. Nothing but nonsense. Maybe so, but my gut feeling tells me that something is going to happen. Nicolas checks his phone. 21:03 p.m. You seriously believe one of us is going to die within the next 3 hours? Jasmine brushes a strand of her long black hair behind an ear. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but doesn't it creep you out just a little? Not in the least. He studies her, searching for any sign that there is something else unsettling her. But no. Recently, he's been under the impression that she's happier and more stable than usual. Okay. We'll stick together until midnight, proving the fortune-teller a fraud. She shrugs. What else are we going to do? Drive home to the Moretti family and wish them a Merry Christmas? The two of them can't help but grin. Christmas Eve with the parents. No way. He wonders whether he should change his surname to Carlson or the like. But what would that achieve? Wishing to be polite, Nicolas raises his glass to a drunk guy sitting a few tables away. The man was trying for the third time to make eye contact. He probably doesn't feel like drinking on his own. And what's wrong with that? It's Christmas, after all. But when the guy stands up with some difficulty and staggers towards them, Nicolas regrets his polite gesture. The man is wearing a stained T-shirt and, as Nicolas notices on closer inspection, wooden clogs with no socks. Apparently, he didn't get the message about dressing nicely on Christmas Eve. It is you, isn't it? The man gives a gap-toothed grin. Nicolas Moretti, the football player. He sounds like a mumbling Finnish Moomin troll and slaps Nicholas's shoulder in greeting. You switched to some Russian team, didn't you? You vanished into thin air, just like that. Yep. What were you thinking, signing with the Russians? Were you on the warpath? He laughs loudly at his own joke and pushes in beside Nicolas. Jasmine leans across the table. My brother and I have something to celebrate, she says, above the hum of conversation from the other customers.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?